Hello students, as you all know that our lesson number 5 is continued 100 dresses part 1. In the previous lecture, I told you that Vanda is a Polish girl. She has shifted to America. She is studying in an American school. Vanda's name is too lengthy. Vanda Petronovsky. The name is too lengthy, and his American classmates, they have short name. Their names are like Alan, Thomas, but his name is too lengthy. So, to her classmates, the name seems very funny. They make fun of her. Vanda always wore a blue faded dress which does not fit her properly, and that is never ironed also. So this was the reason that her classmates make fun of her. They find the ways how to tease her. She belonged to a poor family. So many of the time what they did, they surrounded Vanda while leaving the school or coming to the school, and they start asking the questions, how many dresses did she have? And always the answer was that I had 100 dresses and all are lined up in my closet. Her answer surprised her classmates that she had 100 dresses, but she always wore a faded blue dress. So it surprised them and they made fun of her. That I explained you in part 2 of this lesson. Today we proceed further. Page number 66. We did up to the passage that ends peals of laughter. We did up to this point. Let's start with the new passage. Page number 66, NCERT books. 100 dresses. Obviously means evidently the only dress Vanda had was the blue one she wore every day. She had only one dress and she wore that dress daily. So why did she say she had 100? What a story. Her classmates, they are surprised that she wears only a single dress and always answers that I have 100 dresses. What is the story behind this? They all were surprised. How many shoes did you say you had? Next question, the classmate asked from her that how many, if you have 100 dresses, then how many pair of shoes you have? 60 pairs all lined up in my closet. Vanda answered, what was the answer? 60 pair. She also had 60 pair of shoes and they are in her private room, in her closet. Cries of exaggerated. Exaggerated here means overestimated. Cries of exaggerated politeness greeted this all alike. With very polite tone, what they say? All the pairs are alike. They are same. Greeted here, you can say, they all complimented her. That are all the shoes same? Oh no, every pair is different. And what was the answer? No, every pair is different. All colors, all lined up. Even I have the shoes of all colors and they all are lined up in my closet. Peggy, who had thought up this game? Who had thought up this game means who had planned this game to ask a question, and Maddie her inseparable. Inseparable here means that cannot be separated. In simple words, you can say Peggy and Maggie, both are the close friends, were always the last to leave. They both were the last to leave the school, as they used to make fun of Wanda. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching. Hitching here means moving by jerks. Hitching her left shoulder every now and then, again and again, in the funny way she had. So, Wanda would move the street. She will start moving on her way, her eyes dull, her mouth closed, as she don't have any friends. So, she does not have any friends, that's why she is silent and moving on her way. What she is doing? Hitching. It's her habit that she is moving her left shoulder by jerks and all alone, aggressing forward, going forward to her way all alone. Peggy was not really cruel. She was not cruel. It means she was not pitiless. She protected small children from bullies, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. Mistreated here means ill-treated. Bullies means those who use their strength or power to frighten weaker people. So, what is written here? That actually Peggy was not pitiless. She was soft at heart. Here, example is given that she used to cry for hours if she has seen any animal ill-treated, and she also used to protect the smaller children if someone threatens them. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised, cruel. If anybody had asked her a question, put her a question that it is a cruel way that you tease Wanda, so she won't agree that I am cruel. What she will say? No, it's not a cruel way. I am surprised how you are telling me that I am cruel. Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Then why the girl answers that I have 100 dresses all the time? She wears only one dress, and that is even faded, only of blue color, and answer is 100 dresses. Why she gives this answer? Anybody could tell that that was a lie. Here we can conclude on his side, she gave this point that she always speaks lie. That's why I put question, it's not my cruel way. Why did she want to lie? And she was not just an ordinary person else. Why did she have a name like that? And she is not ordinary. We all have the short names, very easy to speak. And she is having a different name also. Anyway, they never made her cry. What she concluded? That we never tried to make her cry. As for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many this and that she had was bothering her. As far as Peggy's close friend Maddie is concerned, Maddie is very disturbed because of the question which were put to Wanda, like how many dresses, how many hats, how many shoes, and like this many other questions bothering her, how many things she had. Maddie was poor herself. Maddie herself was a poor girl. Wanda was a poor girl. Here, Maddie was also a poor girl. she usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. Hand-me-down cloth here means clothes given by others, clothes which are already used and they are handed over by the others. Hand-me-down clothes, but she thinks that I also wear the clothes which are given to me by others. Thank goodness she did not live up on Boggin's Heights or have a funny name. She thanks God for what? That thank God I am not living on Boggin's Heights. Boggin Heights is a name of place which is not fully developed and Wanda lives there. Poor people used to live there. She thanks God that I am not living there. And second thing, I don't have a funny name like Wanda. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, mocking, here you can say, mocking means joking. Here you can say false voice. The politeness which was shown, that was false. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking, polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed. Embarrassed here means felt ashamed. When the questions were put to Wanda, inside she also feels that I am a poor girl. Why we tease her? She does not like all this. She feels ashamed and studied the marbles. Marble here means the small balls of stone or you can say glass with which the children used to play. Studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Many questions arise, but what activity she is doing? She is rolling these marbles in her hands without speaking anything. Not that she felt sorry for Wanda exactly. She would never have paid any attention to Wanda if Peggy had not invented the dresses game. But she is saying that I must not have done this activity if my friend had not thought of it. So she was simply sporting her friend here, but suppose Peggy and all the others started in her next. Now she fears that if all this happens to me, if her classmate start making fun of me. She was not as poor as Wanda. She was not as poor as Wanda, perhaps, but she was poor. She says, I am not poor like Wanda, but still I am poor. Of course, she would have more sense than to say she had 100 dresses. Then what she thinks that I will never say in such situation that I have 100 dresses. Still, she would not like for them to begin on her. Although she never will say this thing, but she also prays that this thing not may happen to me. She wished here means she desired Peggy would stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. She desired that my friend may not tease Wanda. Here, 3 questions are given. Oral comprehension, check. Your first question is, in what way was Wanda different from the other children? So I have explained you that she was a Polish girl. She has shifted from one nation to another. Her name is too lengthy, which is very difficult to pronounce. She is poor also. Her clothes are shabby, not ironed. And you can say that she was different from her classmates. Did Wanda have 100 dresses? The answer is clear here. No, she did not have 100 dresses, as she used to wear only the blue faded dress. why do you think she said she did? Then why do you think? Always she answered that she had 100 dresses. The answer for this you have to give that she had designs of 100 dresses at home. She never had 100 dresses, but the designs of 100 dresses at home. In order to arouse a curiosity among her classmates, she used to give this answer. Why is Maddie embarrassed by questions? Peggy asks Wanda. Is she also like Wanda, or is she different? Two questions are asked here. First is, why is Maddie embraced by the questions Peggy asks? Here you can say she is embraced by the question asked to Peggy because questions are related to her dress. She herself was a poor girl. She used to wear the handover clothes herself, generally given by her friend, but she never wanted that she, my friend, may tease Wanda. The questions were related to dress. She herself wears handed clothes of others. Here you can add, she was poor like Wanda. That's why she never wanted this. Next part is she also like Wanda, or is she different? Here we can give both the sides. She is like Wanda as she is also poor, but a little bit different also, because Wanda faces the questions which were put to her. And as far as Maddie is concerned, she avoids that situation. She avoids putting questions to her. She is thinking in her mind all this and wishing that no one should. She desires that no one should tease her like Wanda. So these three questions you have to write in your notebooks. That is all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.